Welcome to Woodbridge, the best town around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this great town, and we're here today for the always pleasant task of welcoming new police officers. In this case, we have 8 joining the ranks of the best police department in the entire state of New Jersey. Before we start, please rise, uncover for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll introduce the officers to my right individually in a few minutes, but to my left we have Chief Law Enforcement Officer Scott Kuzma, Deputy Police Director Joe Niski, Police Director Bob Hubner, the man who's going to do the swearing in, our Municipal Clerk John Mitch, and we have 6 council people in the back row there. 3rd Ward Councilman Corey Spiller, Councilman at Large Greg Ficara, 1st Ward Councilwoman Nancy Drum, 5th Ward Councilwoman Debbie Mean, and Councilman at Large and former Woodbridge Police Officer Brian Small, and current Council President, Councilwoman at Large Lisbeth Dayson. So thank you all for coming out today. We are about to swear in 8 officers to the Woodbridge PD. We have made a commitment to keep this force for the last several years at 210 officers. We have decided with the next budget to increase it to 215, and with the budget after that to increase it to 220. So we are absolutely and positively committed to giving these men and women not only the manpower, but anything else they need in terms of equipment and vehicles and all that. This is a great, great police force. They're the envy of towns around us. I say it all the time, but every 3 years, the CALEA, the Commission for the Accreditation of Law Enforcement Agencies, a national organization, comes out to Woodbridge and does a thorough review of every single policy, practice, and procedure, every piece of paper, everything that they do, they look at. They're scrutinized by a team of experts that never have been here before. They're just coming as independent observers, and each and every time the Woodbridge PD comes out with flying colors, they get the best grades, and it just makes us all so proud that we have this kind of police force led by Bob, Joe, and Scott. But each and every member of the force deserves credit whenever we get this great grade by a national team of independent people. Not me saying how great we are, not Barbara, Joe, or Scott saying how great we are, but legitimate experts in the field come every 3 years and they confirm what we say, that this is the best police force in the state of New Jersey. So ladies and gentlemen, congratulations on joining it. We'll start with Police Officer Richard Burns. So if the family could start working their way up. Officer Richard Burns has resided in the Ford section of Woodbridge since 1984. Officer Burns is a graduate of Woodbridge High School. Officer Burns was a sworn Amtrak police officer with the rank of sergeant prior to joining the Woodbridge PD. Officer Burns is a certified firearms instructor and has been assigned to work with an explosives detection canine. Officer Burns was also a former police officer for the United States Customs and Border Protection. Officer Burns is a 2004 graduate of the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center in Georgia and a recent graduate of the Mercer County Police Academy. Mr. Mitch.
Do you, Richard Burns, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that you will bear faith and allegiance to the same, to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, and you will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of your ability, so help you God. Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, it's not a good idea to miss the mayor on your first day of work. You got it. Police Officer DeJady Aurora Lopez. Officer Lopez has resided in Woodbridge Township since 2007. She is a graduate of Woodbridge High School and earned an associate degree in criminal justice from Middlesex County College. Officer Lopez formerly worked at Top Shelf Electric in Island as an employee relations representative. Officer Lopez is a graduate of the Cape May County Police Academy. Mr. Mitch.
Do you, DeJady Lopez, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that you will bear faith to the governments established in New Jersey and in the state, and the allegiance same to the governments established under the authority of the people, and you will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of your ability, so help you God.
I do.
Congratulations.
Police Officer Laura Marie Higgins. Officer Higgins is a lifelong resident of the Avenel section of Woodbridge Township. Officer Higgins is a graduate of Colonial High School and went on to complete her master's degree in sociology and social justice from Kane University. Officer Higgins was formerly the EMS coordinator for Woodbridge Township and was also the president of the Colonial First Aid Squad. She's a certified EMT and previously held a position as a Woodbridge Police Department communications dispatch operator. Officer Higgins' cousin, Robert Higgins, is a Woodbridge Township police detective. Officer Higgins is a graduate of the Cape May Police Academy. Mr. Mitch.
Do you, Laura Higgins, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and you will bear faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, and you will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of your ability, so help you God. Congratulations.
It's a little extra special for Mr. Mitch to swear in Laura because he is her uncle. Police Officer Stephen James Doyle. Officer Stephen Doyle is a resident of Fords and a lifelong resident of Woodbridge Township. Officer Doyle is a graduate of the Perth Amboy Votech School. Doyle enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps in 2012, and after fulfilling his commitment, was honorably discharged holding the rank of sergeant. Officer Doyle was formerly employed as a service manager for Wabash National. Officer Doyle's grandfather, Robert Hose, was a Woodbridge Township police officer. Officer Doyle is a graduate of the Cape May County Police Academy. Mr. Mitch.
Do you, Stephen Doyle, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and you will bear faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state by the authority of the people, and you will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of your ability, so help you God. Congratulations.
Police Officer Robert Joseph McPartland. Officer McPartland has resided in Woodbridge Township since 1995. He's a graduate of JFK Memorial High School in Island. Officer McPartland stands as the current chief of the Island Fire Department. He was formerly a Woodbridge Police Department communications dispatch operator and was also assigned to the Woodbridge PD Traffic Maintenance Unit. Officer McPartland is a certified EMT and is a graduate of the Cape May County Police Academy. Mr. Mitch.
Do you, Robert McPartland, solemnly swear that you support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and you will bear faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, and you will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of your ability, so help you God.
I do.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Police Officer Tiana Lee Zaremba. Officer Tiana Zaremba is a lifelong resident of the Port Reading section of Woodbridge Township. She is a graduate of Woodbridge High School and achieved her associate's degree in criminal justice from Middlesex County College. Officer Zaremba is currently pursuing her bachelor's degree in criminal justice at New Jersey City University. Prior to being hired as a Woodbridge police officer, Officer Zaremba was a member of the Woodbridge Police Auxiliary since 2007. Officer Zaremba's brother, Thomas Zaremba, was sworn in as a Woodbridge Township police officer in June 2019. Officer Zaremba is a graduate of the Cape May County Police Academy. Mr. Mitch.
Do you, Tiana Lee Zaremba, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and you will bear faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people? You will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of your ability, so help you God. Congratulations.
Police Officer Riley Liam Egan. Officer Egan resides in Seward and has been a resident of Woodbridge Township since 2012. Officer Egan is a graduate of JFK Memorial High School in Island and was formerly employed with Wisdom Protective Systems as a security guard. Officer Egan is a graduate of the Cape May County Police Academy. Mr. Mitch.
Do you, Riley Liam Egan, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and you will bear faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, and you will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of your ability, so help you God. Congratulations.
Police Officer Samuel Joseph Anozie. Officer Samuel Anozie resides in Fords and has lived in Woodbridge Township since 1994. Officer Anozie is a graduate of Woodbridge High School and has achieved an associate degree in criminal justice from Middlesex County College. Officer Anozie was a Somerset County Sheriff's Officer since 2012, assigned to the Administrative Division prior to his enlistment with the Woodbridge PD. Officer Anozie is a graduate of the Somerset County Police Academy. Mr. Mitch.
Do you, Samuel Anozie, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that you will bear faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, and you will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations.
Well, this is a lot of fun. This is one of the parts about the job that I like. We've enabled these 8 young men and women to fulfill, in many cases, what was probably their lifelong dream of becoming a police officer. We're proud that they're doing it in Woodbridge Township. I've seen some of these grow up. RJ and Laura, I mean, been mayor 13 years, and they were teenagers, a while ago, and they were always active, always involved. It's just so much fun to see people get to fulfill their dream. And I want to congratulate all of you, because you are the parents or the grandparents or the siblings of these young men and women. You should be incredibly proud of them. There's 8 here. I would bet we went through 40 or more to get 8. This is an incredibly difficult job to get. People can fail at any step. Some don't make it to even the first interview. Some fail the interviews, the drug tests, the physicals, you name it. This is a very difficult job. So the fact that these 8 have succeeded, you should all be very, very proud of them, and they should be very proud of themselves. I'd like now to introduce our police director, Bob Hubner, for a few words.
Thank you. Good morning. This is truly a good day for Woodbridge Township to be swearing in 8 new police officers to the police department. I'd like to thank the mayor for keeping the police department strong and the council members that are here today to support our new officers. To our new officers, don't ever lose sight of who you are and why you chose to wear the badge. You'll be referred to law enforcement officers from this day forward, but very little of what you really do will be enforcing the law. You'll be mediators, counselors, referees. Some people expect you to solve problems in minutes that were years in the making. You'll be witness to horrific events, dealing with people at their worst. You'll be called upon to make split-second decisions, all the while abiding to strict rules and regulations. But you and I know you chose a great profession. You can make a difference in people's lives and your community, either by taking a criminal off the street or returning a lost pet to a family. There'll be tough days, no doubt, but remember today the pride and accomplishment you feel. Remember the golden rule. Treat people the way you would like to be treated. God bless each and one of you for taking the oath of office. May you have long, safe, successful careers.
Thank you all very much for attending, and congratulations again to the 8 new officers.